Friends, this is your channel, Physics for Competitive Exams. So please subscribe it if you like the content of the video. In the last video, we discussed about units and measurement chapter. Under this chapter, we discussed what is unit, what is measurement, different unit system, SI unit system, fundamental and supplementary physical quantities. We also discussed difference between radian and steradian units. So in this session we will solve some of the multiple choice questions. So then let us start. uh, I would like to apologize for a mistake in my previous video. There was a typo in the examples for derived physical quantity. The unit for pressure was mentioned as meter square kg per second square. Sorry for that. So the unit of pressure is kg per meter per second square. So with this, let us start. The first question is 10 millimeter is equal to how many kilometers? So the options given are option A 10 power 5, option B 10 power minus 4, option C 10 power minus 5, and option D none of these. So now let us look at the solution. We know that measurement will have number and unit, and also number is inversely proportional to its unit. So therefore we can frame a formula like number 1 into unit 1 is equal to number 2 into unit 2, and we can write like so the next step is we will write like 10 into millimeter is equal to x into kilometer, where x is an unknown number in kilometer unit. Now we need to find x. Therefore x is equal to 10 into mm divided by kilometer. Now let us substitute, let us convert millimeter and kilometer into meters. So milli is a 10 power minus 3, kilo is 10 power plus 3. So substituting this in x, we get x is equal to 10 into 10 power minus 3 meter divided by 10 power 3 meters. So meter and meter, numerator and denominator get cancelled. So we get x is equal to 10 power minus 5. So the correct option is option C 10 power minus 5. Therefore 10 millimeter is equal to 10 power minus 5 kilometer. Now the second question is, which of the following system of unit is not based on units of mass, length and time alone? So we have got options. Option A MKS, option B SI, option C CGS, and option D FPS. So we know that MKS unit system has meter, kg and second as a units. CGS unit system has centimeter, gram and second. FPS unit system has foot, pound and second. So foot is a unit of length, a pound is a unit of mass. Whereas in SI system it has 7 fundamental units and 2 supplementary units. So the correct option is B. So the third question is, the base quantity among the following is. So the options are option 1 speed, option 2 weight, option 3 mass and option 4 area. So we know that speed is distance covered by time taken. It's a derived physical quantity. Weight is also a derived physical quantity, which is equal to mass into acceleration due to gravity. Area is also a derived physical quantity. Area is equal to length into width. So therefore mass is the fundamental or basic fundamental quantity. So the correct option is option 3. So the question number 4, in SI unit system the number of fundamental physical quantities are. So option A 9, option B 7, option C 3, option D none of these. So we know that SI system is having 7 fundamental physical quantities and 2 supplementary physical quantities. So therefore the correct option is option B. So that is 7. So now let us move on to question number 5. Match the list X with list Y. So the list X contains physical quantity and list Y contains units. Select the correct answer by using the codes given below. Okay, so in the list X we have got physical quantities such as pressure, power, tension, force, plane angle. In list Y we have got units such as Newton, radian, Pascal and watt. So pressure is force by area and its SI unit is Newton per meter square, and this unit is also having a special name called Pascal. So power is rate of doing work, so its unit is joules per second. So this unit is also having a special name called watt. And then tension force, which is basically a pulling force, and its unit is Newton. And plane angle is a supplementary physical quantity and its unit is radian. So the correct option is option A. So now the question number 6. Match the list 1 with list 2. So the list 1 contains physical quantities, list 2 contains units. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. So in the list 1, the physical quantities given are solid angle, energy, momentum and pressure. So in the list 2, the units given are joule, kg meter per second, Newton per meter square and then steradians. So solid angle is a supplementary physical quantity, its unit is steradians. So energy is a derived physical quantity, its unit is joule. Momentum is also a derived physical quantity, its unit is kg meter per second. Pressure is a derived physical quantity, its unit is Newton per meter square. So the correct option is option number B. So the 7th question, the solid angle of a sphere measured at its center is dash steradians. So the question is, so the total solid angle of the sphere measured at its center. So the options given are pi steradians, 2 pi steradians, 3 pi and 4 pi steradians. So to solve this problem, we know that solid angle omega is area by r square, where r is the radius. So omega is equal to, if you are calculating for the total surface area, then the surface area of the sphere will be equal to 4 pi r square. So substituting that in omega, we get omega is equal to 4 pi r square divided by r square, and omega is equal to 4 pi. So the correct option is option number 4. Now let us move on to question number 8. The SI unit of energy is, options given are option 1 erg, option 2 electron volt, option 3 joule, option 4 none of these. So we know that erg is a CGS unit of energy and electron volt is also a unit of energy. Joule is a SI unit of energy. So the correct option is option number 3. So SI unit of energy is joule. So some of the important conversions we need to remember are 1 erg is equal to 10 power minus 7 joule, and 1 electron volt is equal to 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 joule. So the question number 9, SI unit of force is, options given are option 1 dyne, option 2 erg, option 3 pound, option 4 Newton. So dyne is a CGS unit of force and erg is a CGS unit of energy and pound is a FPS unit of mass. So the correct option is option 4, that is SI unit of force is Newton. And the important conversion which we need to remember is 1 dyne is equal to 10 power minus 5 Newton. Now question number 10, which it is very simple but slightly confusing. So the question is, the derived physical quantity work is expressed by option A force into area, option B force by area, option C force divided by distance, option D force into distance. So work is a fundamental, so work is a derived physical quantity, so it is expressed by force multiplied by distance. So the correct option is option D. So now question number 11, total plane angle subtended by semicircle is, options given are option 1 pi by 4 radians, option 2 pi by 3 radians, option 3 pi by 2 radians, and the fourth option given is pi radian. We know that a circle will have 360 degree and it will have 2 pi radians. So the conversion factor for a complete circle is 360 degree is equal to 2 pi radians. For a semicircle, we have 180 degree is equal to pi radian is the conversion. So the correct option is option 4, that is pi radians. Now question number 12, which is similar to question number 11, the value of 45 degree in radian is, options given are pi by 2, option 2 pi by 3, option 3 pi by 4, and option 4 pi by 5. So solution for this problem is, for circle we have a conversion factor 360 degree is equal to 2 pi radians. So then for 45 degree we can calculate as 45 divided by 360 degree into 2 pi radians, which will be equal to 2 pi by 8 radians, which is equal to pi by 4. So the correct option is option 3, pi by 4. So now question number 13, which is the following is the unit of force? Options given are capital N into S, option B capital N into small m, option C small letter n and small letter m, option D small letter m and capital letter N. So option A is NS, which is a Newton second, but it is not the unit of force. Option B Newton meter, Nm, it is a Newton meter, which is not the unit of force again. And option C Nm, which is nanometer, and it is also a not the unit of force. So the option D small m into capital N, which is millinewton. So the correct option is option D. So Newton meter is a unit of force. So now let us take Question number 14. Ampere second is a unit of option 1 current, option 2 charge, option 3 energy, option 4 power. For current, the unit for current it is defined by charge by time. So the unit of current is amperes. So the charge is current multiplied by time, which will be equal to ampere into second. So the correct option is option 2. Ampere second is the unit of charge. Charge is also having another unit which is called as coulomb. This is just for your information. And the SI unit of energy, we all know it is joule, and similarly SI unit of power is watt. So now let us move on to question number 15. What is the correct sequence in which the mass of the following units increase? So we have to put 35 milligrams, 3500 micrograms and 0.035 kilograms in increasing order. So solution for this problem is like converting different units into a single unit. Now let us convert 35 milligram into gram, which will be equal to 0.035 grams, and similarly 3500 microgram can be written as 0.0035 grams, and 0.0035 kilogram can be written as 3.5 grams. So in the increasing order, if you write, then it will be 3500 microgram, 35 milligram and 0.0035 grams, 0.0035 kg. So the correct option is option yes. So the question number 16, electron volt is a unit of, options given are charge, potential difference, energy and magnetic force. So charge is a physical quantity, it's basically a derived physical quantity. Its unit is coulomb. Potential difference is a physical quantity whose unit is volts. And energy is a physical quantity whose unit is joule. So electron volt is the unit of energy, and we also know that 1 electron volt is equal to 1.602 into 10 power minus 19 joules. Okay, now let us discuss question number 17. So light year is a unit of, options given are A time, B distance, C sunlight intensity, D mass. So the correct option is B, that is distance. So actually light year is an astronomical unit which is used to measure the distance between two astronomical objects. Now the question number 18, the measurement of a physical quantity is essentially the, options given are option A, the process of taking readings on an instrument, option B, process of comparing with the standard using an instrument, option C, process of observing the physical quantities, option D, the process of subdividing the physical quantity. So for the question number 18, measurement of a physical quantity is essentially the process of comparing with the standard using an instrument. So the correct option is B. So question number 19, it is also a slightly confusing. The question is, unit for fundamental physical quantity is, the options given are: option A, defined as best of various reference standards; option B, defined as average various reference standards; option C, the smallest measurable value of the physical quantity; and option D, reference standard for the physical quantity. So the unit for a fundamental physical quantity is the reference standard for the physical quantity. So the correct option is D. Now question number 20, what is the power of what is the power of a 100-watt bulb in CGS units? Options given are: option A, 10 power 11 ergs per second; option B, 10 power 9 ergs per second; option C, 10 power 7 ergs per second; option D, 10 power 6 ergs per second. So erg is a CGS unit of energy. So we know that 100 watt is equal to 100 joules per second, and we also know that 1 joule is equal to 10 power 7 erg. So substituting 10 power 7 erg in joule, we get 100 watt is equal to 100 into 10 power 7 ergs per second, which will be equal to 100 watt is equal to 10 power 9 ergs per second. So the correct option is option B, 100 watt bulb is equal to 10 power 9 ergs per second. So now the last question, gram centimeter per second square stands for the unit of. So options given are: energy, option B force, option C momentum, option D acceleration. So energy in CGS unit is, we know that, gram centimeter square per second square. Momentum in CGS unit is gram centimeter per second. So acceleration in CGS unit is centimeter per second square. So and force in CGS unit is gram centimeter per second square. So the correct option for question number 21 is option B, that is force. Gram centimeter per second square stands for the unit of force. So that's all from my side. Thank you for watching this video. All the best to you. So like, comment, share and subscribe my channel, Physics for Competitive Exams. And once again, thank you very much for your support. Bye bye.